Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So we're coming to a conclusion. We have a few days left in April. So this is really Bitcoin's last chance to rally. And it has been rallying since the start of the week, since Sunday and yesterday and today. So things are looking pretty good. But for some of you guys, this may be a new phenomenon because the last few months, the last week has traditionally been volatile. We have seen Bitcoin actually make some down moves, but this is the first time in a very long time where Bitcoin is actually moving up. So I'm going to talk about that, look at what's driving Bitcoin this week, why it may be the last chance to rally, and why we may actually see that rally, and of course, talk about what's going on within the crypto world. And there's a lot of news in regards to altcoins. There's a big one from Cardano. There's a big one from about Dogecoin. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Everyone, welcome. Everyone that's in the chat, welcome. Oops, that's not what I want to show, but I will show that. I forgot about, I haven't shown my own giveaway for a long time, so I'm going to talk about that today too. All right, let's do this. Well, Bitcoin, look at it, is right at 55,000. So obviously since Sunday, there was a lot of FUD, a lot of fear. Things have turned around big time. So Bitcoin went from, as low as 47,000 all the way to 55,000 now. And it's coming up slowly but surely. Obviously not as high as before. We still need to break some of these recent highs, like at 57,000. But after that, it's pretty much cleared to about 60,000. Of course, we still have 64,000. We got a ways to go. But while Bitcoin has been slowly coming up, altcoins, man, they have been coming up in a big way. 2.08 trillion. Bitcoin dominance continues to fall below 50%. So altcoins are rallying back, some of them near their previous highs, or very, very close to it, right? So things are looking pretty darn good for this week. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been watching me since the last 3 months. We know that the last week of basically any month since 2017 is futures expiration week, specifically from CME Group. They have Bitcoin futures expiration or settlement at the last Friday of every month. So traditionally, the last week we tend to see volatility. In the last few months, we have seen volatility. If you go stretch out, zoom out a little bit, some of these big dips have come during futures expiration week. But this week seems to be a little bit different, or this month, I should say. Well, that's because a week prior, we did have a big dip already. So that's a big catalyst because Bitcoin is already oversold, and you can see it's bouncing right back up, right? And second of all, I found something that has to do with options that was quite interesting, and I even make a video about how that may be the driver for this week, right? And it's not futures, it's options, and this is on Deerbit. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Because there's actually a few expirations, not the big one. The big one's the 30th, it's on Friday, but there's a few. There's one on the 28th, and then there's one on the 29th. The volume are really, really small on those, but the one on the 30th is enormous. Billions upon billions upon billions. So let's look at the one on, let's go and April 30th. So I'm going to zoom in here. So take a look. Obviously, my camera cuts off some of this. So let me see if I can move my camera a little bit. Let's move it up here. Okay. So obviously, last month, a lot of people expected huge moves for Bitcoin that would get it to 70, 80, 100, 120,000. So obviously you see a lot of greens over here, and this one, the calls at 80,000 is like $2 billion. It's a lot. If you add all this, it's a lot. You have some short people who think that Bitcoin will go down, but not significantly. And then you have this middle point, the max pain point. This is the point where both the longs and shorts pretty much get liquidated. This is or wrecked, I should say, not liquidated. Basically, the contracts expire, they're worthless. So 54,000 is the point that's the max paying price on April 30th. And I brought this up on Sunday when Bitcoin was still, hovering 46, 47,000. I'm like, you know what? This could be a driver because a lot of these whales have a lot of money in options, right? And it could be a driver for this week. Maybe we do see Bitcoin rally up hard and go towards 70 or 80,000. Because if they don't, if it doesn't, they're going to lose a ton of money. We're talking about billions upon billions. Or maybe we just settle right in between at the max paying price where both sides lose out, right? And that's what it's looking like. Obviously, we're above 54,000. We're at 55,000. So that's pretty good. So we're moving ahead, but slowly. But we still have some time. We have seen Bitcoin move tremendously when it decides to, right? So the week is not over. So could this be the driver? Can we see Bitcoin rally up hard up to 70 or 80,000 by the end of the week? I would love to see it. I don't know if it's going to happen, or maybe we settle right around here. But this could be a deciding factor. Obviously, we still have futures expiration for CME, which has a non-correlating effect because that's settled in cash and paper, not Bitcoin. But still, we know whales tend to play both, and sometimes they drive things according to where they want it to be, right? So that could be at play. So we'll see. But right now, we're off to a positive start. Very positive, very different than the last few months. But I like to remind you guys that previous years, 2018, 19, 20, there's been many, many months where the futures expiration week or the last week of the month has been positive. It has not always been negative. There's been long trends where it's been negative, and then there's been long trends where it's positive. And this could be a trend setter where we start seeing some positive movement at the end of the month, right? So yeah, that's what's coming this week. Also, I want to show you guys this real quick. So this was published by CoinDesk last month. So this is not updated completely, but this shows you the monthly returns for Bitcoin for last basically 11 years, going back to 2010. And traditionally, March has been a very, 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 very bearish month. With the exception of 2019, you can see there's some heavy losses. But in 2021, we actually gained. Bitcoin gained in March. But the next month, April, traditionally has been very, 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 very bullish, right? This year so far, we have not seen that bullish rally yet. So hopefully, again, we have this last week left. Can we see some tremendous gains and see a positive for Bitcoin? Maybe we still have time. So we'll see. If we don't, that's okay, because we're off, at least for Bitcoin, off to the best year or best start of any year since 2013. And that's saying a lot. You go all the rally years, right? All the down years. I mean, we are off the best start since 2013. So that's saying a lot too, right? All right. So I just want to start with that. Things are looking pretty good for this week. Could get better. So we'll just have to see what happens. I saw a super chat about Speedy Burns getting her crypto back. This guy, he felt me find the error in the seed phrase. So you just typed it in wrong, right? I'm guessing that's all it is. What else is there? So lesson learned. So make sure you test out your seed phrase or your recovery phrase before putting a significant amount of crypto on your ledger or any device or any wallet out there. All right, now let's get to crypto news because there's a lot of big announcements today. Pretty big, I would say. This came out of nowhere. So IOHK, ahead of tomorrow's big Cardano Africa event, decided to announce their huge partnership with Ethiopia's Ministry of Education to create a blockchain-based national ID and attainment system. And this will roll out to basically 5 million students in Ethiopia. So I don't know if this is the full announcement. They make it sound like it is because they're like, we couldn't make you wait until Thursday. So it seems like this is the big announcement. However, a lot of people think that this is just like a pre-announcement, that there's actually more coming. I hope there's more coming. To be quite honest, I think this is a little underwhelming because I've been hearing Charles and others hype this up for a very long time, and people think this is going to be, the biggest thing ever, right? So I tend to think that there is more. Oops, I have to move my camera. I'm sorry. So I'm hoping there's more, right? This by itself is pretty good. Obviously, to get 5 million users onto an ID system, right, is fantastic. But I think we all like to see more. We all like to see a lot more from this partnership, or from this pre-announcement that's been hyped up for quite a long time, right? So we'll see. We only have to wait one more day, but this is pretty big. A lot of people are very excited, especially about Cardano. Some people, if you look through the comments, are wondering what is going on. Charles did the video saying there's good, because this by itself is not, enormous. It's good, but it's not enormous. But good thing. Thanks for chiming in. There is going to be more. So we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait one more day. Do you still think SafeMoon is a scam? Yes, I do. Not in a traditional sense, but yes, it's a scam in terms of taking our money, and you could get burned badly from it. All right. Here's the other big news. This is from yesterday, but Elon responded. So some of you guys may have paid attention to the Tesla earnings call, or on Twitter or whatever. A lot of people did not like Tesla's move in terms of selling off 10% of their Bitcoin. So they announced during their earnings call that they made a tremendous amount of Bitcoin, and Tesla's doing well, and they decided to sell off 10%. And a lot of people had a problem with this, because people have the expectation that Tesla is go mimic MicroStrategy, and that they're just go hold Bitcoin forever. And if you think about it realistically, being one of the biggest companies on earth, and them not having the same kind of liquidity as, say, Apple or Microsoft, like the tech giants, who all have like hundreds of billions of dollars of cash, it's unrealistic to think that, Tesla will just hold old Bitcoin forever. But you know what? Elon shot back, and there's something surprising about this, because Dave Portnoy, who has the weakest hands by far, I don't know why he wants to stir up controversy. He exited Bitcoin in one freaking week. Okay, so he should not be the one that's talking. But he basically said, yeah, Elon bought Bitcoin, pumped it up, and then he decides to dump it. Right? Don't be the last one holding it back. Dave is still very, very salty for selling his bag of Bitcoin. And Elon responds, no, I have not sold any of my Bitcoin. So that confirms that Elon himself also holds Bitcoin. Interesting. Just like Michael Saylor, we kind of confuse MicroStrategy's Bitcoin with Michael Saylor's Bitcoin. No, they're two separate. And Michael Saylor does have over $1 billion Bitcoin himself. Elon also has Bitcoin. Now he confirmed. Tesla sold 10% of his holdings essentially to improve liquidity of Bitcoin as an alternative to holding cash on a balance sheet, which is really smart. So basically, they're the first ones that actually are doing this, because MicroStrategy is not selling Bitcoin, not basically proving that it could be used for transactions, right, to provide liquidity. So Tesla is proving that. So this is actually a good thing, but a lot of people, again, they don't quite understand it. They see this as a bad thing, but this is actually a really good thing. Elon does not want to flood Bitcoin. He actually wants to continue to hold Bitcoin, but use it as a cash reserve when they need it, right? And also to use it as store value, a hedge against inflation, right? So he's doing it for both purposes. So I don't see the FUD in this. Some people don't like it, but I think this is actually a really good thing. He's turning Tesla into a use case for how other publicly traded companies could use Bitcoin, not just following MicroStrategy's footsteps, right? Not everyone will just follow MicroStrategy. There are other ways to handle this. So, all right, so there's that. What else is there? Well, Binance announced that they're going to launch their own NFT platform. This is no surprise. Binance is literally in everything. Everything in crypto, they are involved. The one weak point to the Binance Smart Chain is NFTs. There's no big NFT platform. For Ethereum right now, it's OpenSea. That is like the big dog, right? There's a lot of other smaller ones, but the big dog is OpenSea, and that's the one all these NFT projects funnel into. And Binance Smart Chain doesn't really have that. A lot of people are looking forward to Refinable being that, NFT marketplace, but it seems like Binance, you know what, we're going to create our own. And this could be like the equivalent of OpenSea for Binance Smart Chain, right? So this is coming in June. And I do anticipate that from now on to June, BNB will continue to do well and continue to pump. People still don't like me saying that Binance will flip with Ethereum. They think it's crazy. Well, just wait. Just wait until the end of the year, and we'll see. We'll see. The way things are going, I would not be surprised BNB flips with ETH at this point. But the battle's not over. There's still a lot of things going on with Ethereum. I don't want to just FUD Ethereum, but yeah, this is not a surprise, and it's going to be a big thing for Binance and Binance Smart Chain. What else is there? Gemini. Gemini is going to launch their own credit card. We know BlockFi, my sponsor, they're launching their own Visa credit card, but Gemini is launching their MasterCard credit card and will offer up to 3% cash back in the form of cryptocurrency for its users. So BlockFi's Bitcoin rewards. This, I'm assuming, is Bitcoin, but they phrase it in cryptocurrency. I don't know if it's gonna be some other currency or not. It's funny too. You know, it's funny. Gemini, which is run by the Winklevosses, and the Winklevoss, their like investment firm, is invested in BlockFi and is very involved with them, and they both have like competitive like offerings. I don't know why Gemini just doesn't utilize BlockFi for their stuff. You know, like Gemini has earned, and I thought that was just like with BlockFi. It's not. It's their own thing, right? So it's kind of weird that the two are kind of competing, yet also have a really close relationship. But oh well. But anyways, off topic. I think a cashback rewards credit card is fantastic. I will be using it. Why not get rewarded in Bitcoin as cash back rather than cash? I think that's fantastic. So I will be getting one when it comes out. All right. What else is there? U.S. Bank, another large bank, the 5th largest bank in the United States. You know what? They're going to offer Bitcoin custody service. Interesting. People think it's NYDIG, but no one knows. I don't know. They're not confirming. But literally every single bank out there is now offering some kind of crypto service, either being a custodian, okay, which is really easy, or they're going to offer crypto trading or advisory. You know, a lot of banks now with their wealth clients, they're helping them buy Bitcoin funds. Just yesterday, we heard JP Morgan do that. What's the other guy? Morgan Stanley. Goldman Sachs is doing it. Everyone is doing it. So why not, right? You can't deny this anymore. You can't deny Bitcoin. So this is not a surprise. Orange, thoughts on storage and small cap SPE? Asked me during Q&A, but storage is promising for decentralized storage. But I still like, you know what? I like Arweave better. And yesterday when I looked at, what the big investors were buying, all three had Arweave in their portfolio. So that tells you something. All right, what else is there? A lot of people talking about this. Facebook, just like Tesla reported earnings yesterday, tomorrow Facebook will report their earnings. And again, there's rumors that they will reveal that they bought Bitcoin. This was the same thing. It's like every single company that reports now, there's rumors that they bought Bitcoin, or they're going to announce they're buying it, or something else, right? Facebook makes sense to me. Apple makes the most sense because they have Apple Pay and they want to compete with the likes of PayPal. That makes sense to me. Microsoft also makes sense because they're already involved with several blockchain-based projects. So that also makes sense. And also they're part of a BAT too. Facebook also makes sense to me because obviously they're trying to come out their DEM currency, right? So they're embracing blockchain and crypto. And what better way to say, yeah, we really, really believe in it than to buy Bitcoin. So that makes sense to me. But I don't know. It may be a little bit too early for them to do. Maybe regulators don't like the fact that they hold Bitcoin now when they're trying to push their DEM currency. I don't know. But we'll see. If they do announce, hey, we bought $5 billion or $3 billion or $1 billion with Bitcoin, that would be enormous. That would be, that'll be huge because right now Tesla, besides, this is just my opinion, like MicroStrategy and Square, they bought Bitcoin, but they're not one of the big dogs. Square is pretty big, but people knew that already because Jack Dorsey is such a big Bitcoin bull, right? So that was not a surprise. Tesla buying Bitcoin was a big surprise. But ever since Tesla, we haven't seen any other huge, like large or Fortune 100 companies buy Bitcoin, right? If Facebook does reveal that they bought Bitcoin, this would really, set the way or cause an avalanche effect where every single big company out there will have to buy Bitcoin. Right now, Tesla is still kind of like people are watching them, looking at what they're doing, right? But they haven't really jumped in yet. But if Facebook also jumps in, like literally Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, every single big tech company will then say, okay, we bought Bitcoin. They have no choice. So this will be very, very big if it comes true. So we'll see. One more day. Lastly, this will be probably really good for Dogecoin fans. Mark Cuban just can't stop. Like Elon gets in trouble for shilling Doge. Now Mark is just like going all out. Like every single tweet is about Dogecoin. So he pre-announced that tomorrow, which is today because he announced this yesterday, that he's going on the Ellen show. And yes, he's going to be talking about Dogecoin. He's going to be talking about how, the Dallas Mavericks, sales have gone up through the roof. And they're on track to do 6K Doge transactions in April. Like he's really, 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 really trying to push Dogecoin. So I don't know when the Ellen show comes out, but I know there's millions and millions and millions of people that watch it and millions of people that will probably follow what Mark Cuban says. So this could be a very good thing for Dogecoin going forward. All right, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Overall, if you look at CMC, I looked at it. It's doing pretty darn good. You have a lot of big movers, right? BTC dominance continues to go down, which is interesting. Remember, I've showed you guys before that BTC dominance going down is not a new thing. It has happened in 2017. It dropped as low as 30-something%. But afterwards, it shot up back up to like 70%. So there was like a mini altcoin season, and then it became full-blown Bitcoin season, and then it became altcoin season again. And right now, I see us being that first phase where Bitcoin dominance is coming down, might even drop to 30%, while altcoins get stronger, and then we could flip right back around where Bitcoin gains all the dominance, starts flying up towards the end of the latter half of this year, right? And then it can reclaim a lot of that dominance back. So we'll see. But right now, it's definitely pays to be diversified. Following the 50-25-25 rule, I just covered that recently also. It works. It really does work. All right. Before I get into Q&A, I have a new project, a new sponsor. They're a really small project, but I know a lot of you guys love AMMs and yield farming, and they are Goose Finance. They are on Binance Smart Chain, and they pretty much work just like all the other. They even have a similar feel to PancakeSwap. Just like PancakeSwap, Bakery Swap, Burger Swap, any kind of swap out there. Very, very similar vibe, right? And according to them, they have 113 million total value locked in, which is pretty good. Pretty good for such a young project. But they do have a few things obviously different. Because you can't have all the AMMs copy each other and have like the same type of features. For most things, there's a lot of things that are similar. So for example, there is a swap, of course. And of course, you can stake. You can put in your crypto into the liquidity pools and gain some tremendous APR. You can also just stake. You can also stake just like BNB or stable coins and not provide to liquidity pools and earn interest. And they have this compounder thing. I think this is what separates them. This is what they really wanted people to know about is their super vaults. This is a new concept. I'm going to be quite honest. I have no idea. This may be the reason why so many people love Auto Farm is because you can compound. You can compound your liquidity earnings. So for for this, this picture actually shows you exactly. So if you're like contributing, let's say, to a liquidity pool on PancakeSwap, you're earning, about 15% APY, right? You get rewarded with cake. What do you do with that? They don't allow you to reinvest it right back in. So you have to do something with that. So with Auto Farm, they allow you to take that and then put it into Auto Farm. And then when you combine the two APY, then you're getting even more, right? So you go from 15 to 22. Now Goose will let you compound even from Auto Farm. So you're getting triple compounded interest. And that's why they claim they're the biggest. So it goes from 15 to 22 to 29. So you're taking your LP tokens from PancakeSwap, you put it in Auto Farm. You take your farm tokens from Auto Farm, you put into Goose, and then you get some crazy, crazy returns. That's their super vaults. Okay, this is something that I have never done before. But for those of you guys that are more familiar with compounding your LP tokens or your APY, this is how you would do it. And also looking in their Medium, they also have a Goose dollar that's coming up that they're working on. So if you're interested in Goose Finance, check them out. Their URL is in the description of this video. All right, that is it. Let's do some good old Q&A. Diane is right. Walmart, Sam's Club, BMW, Haier, H&M, LV, nonstop corporations already using VET, and plus all the other projects they're involved with and within China. This is why VeChain is really flying. They're up 12% today, so it's very good. I missed some super chats, so I apologize. WSB DAP is backed by subreddit founder. They opened up farming yesterday. Yeah, there's a lot of WSB stuff. I get pitched WSB stuff all the time. I'm like, it's just not for me. I don't know who is actually officially running it and who isn't. So Brian, I mean, if it's really from him, great. But I got really turned off by WSB because they allowed, the Reddit or the subreddit to have crypto chat, and then they turn it off because they feel threatened by crypto. Why? Crypto is a natural transition. If you want to not only take down the hedge funds, which is what they're trying to do, if you want to go beyond that and you want to take down the whole financial system, the banks and central banks and regulators, they need to support crypto, right? So why? That's such an easy transition. I don't know why that's such a big deal for them. Marcel asked, what is your view on Ray? Is it good? How well can it do? I don't know what Ray is. Radium? I think they're in the Solana ecosystem, which I invested heavily recently. An avenue for the evolution of DeFi, next level liquidity, frictionless yield, low speed swaps. So they're a liquidity provider and a swap provider. Yeah, it's built on Solana. I remember. Okay, so this is their swap play. And then they have pools for liquidity, I'm sure. Yes. Pretty good interest rates. And they have a few other stuff, staking and stuff too. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, in my opinion. Obviously, they're doing pretty well. 500 million market cap. So I don't know enough about the team. I just know I remember looking at them recently. When I was doing my Solana video, I was looking at the ecosystem. I remember seeing Radium. So it could be good. Could be good. Gemini uses Flexa for Gemini Pay. If the credit card from Gemini and MasterCard uses Flexa, AMP will make millionaires. I don't know. Okay. You started at really good, and then you ended at really badly. Don't sound like a shill, right? That's interesting. I didn't know Gemini Pay was using Flexa, but I know Flexa, is a payment app, and once the economy gets better and people are out and about and utilizing it, it's definitely gonna help AMP, right? And if Gemini Pay and uses it, that's gonna help, right? So that's why I do like AMP. Jamie says, I finally made enough money on alts to buy a whole Bitcoin. Congratulations. Is it crazy to take all my earnings and buy a whole Bitcoin? It's up to you. No one ever got hurt by Bitcoin. Well, I take that back. For short periods, maybe. Long periods, no. No one ever got hurt holding Bitcoin for long haul, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, I feel like it's better to follow the 50-25-25 rule. 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in big caps, 25% small caps. Gives you, it gives you potential, and it hedges against risk. Okay, so I like it. It has worked well for me. Tobel, thank you. Do you know anything about PyChain? No, I don't. I hear a lot about it, but I looked at it before. It didn't really pique my interest. They officially announced 5G today for Helium. That's really good. I like Helium. I created a video. Go search on my channel. I created Helium when no one was talking about it. I came across it by accident. I think maybe someone asked me about it. I looked at it. I'm like, this is a good project. I don't know why no one's talking about it. I'm glad to see that they're getting traction. It's a good time to adjust portfolio 50-25-25. Yeah, I just created a video yesterday just about this. How to build a cryptocurrency portfolio in 2021. Watch it. I go in detail why you want to follow it. Can you do X5 review on drivers only? I have already, Phil. I did it on every X series. X1, oh, not X2. But X1, X3, X5, X7. X5 is a really good ICV. It's a really, really good ICV. Can you talk about strategy for taking profits? Certain percent, yeah. Again, Mad Martin again. I created a dedicated video for this. Dedicated video. You guys, I know you don't watch me every day, but you guys really should, because I've been creating a lot of videos that's based on these questions, because I get them all the time, right? I get them all the time. So I'm creating a lot of videos like here, how to build a crypto portfolio. For those of you guys that are not familiar with 50-25-25 rule. Here's one question, just Q&A, basic stuff that people want to know about, right? And then you go down a list. Where did I create it? I created one about here, how to take profits with Bitcoin altcoins. That was only like a week ago. So make sure you check out some of these videos. A lot of the questions that you guys have, right, is covered in some of these daily videos that you may have missed, and that's okay. But start watching them all. Once upon a time, I liked Band because they seemed like they were taking traction away from Chainlink. Then I realized they really weren't, so I got off their bandwagon. I mean, I still like Chainlink the best for oracles. Founder of a WSB is pro crypto. For a reason, he said he's no longer admin on WSB. Oh, did he get kicked out or something? Why is he no longer admin? That's the main thing. WSB bet. Is it just WSB or WSD? WSDAP? I don't even see it, but well, hopefully, I don't know if doing yield farming, if having a yield farming project to make a statement is the right way to go. I think he could just do better. Ragdoll, appreciate that. Make another AMP video. I'll be your best friend. I don't need to remake videos. You know, people ask me, why don't you remake a B Pro video or an AMP video or a healing video? Because everything that I need to cover in those projects is already there. You don't need another video. The fundamentals did not change within a month or two. It's still the same. It's just the price has changed. So I follow the fundamentals, and if you understand what they're doing, then you'll realize they're good holds. How much market cap of crypto change when it's full real world use and not speculative? I mean, it could be tremendous. It could be tremendous. You just have to see how many people actually use it, and are they providing a good use case for people to hold the tokens, right? If people are just utilizing and spending like dollars, it's probably not going to do much. But if there's an incentive to hold, or there's so many people using it, then yeah, it's going to go up. Sovereign, I remember I seen this. I hope this is the right one. Decentralized Bitcoin trading and lending platform. Yeah, I have seen this. You know, I to be 100% honest, this like comic book style turns me off. It does. It just doesn't seem very professional to me. It just seems like too too geared towards like the younger crowd, right? I mean, it seems fine. It seems like Radium, and it seems like all these other ones, right? I don't know what really differentiates them from everyone else that's in that space. Hollow, I think they're okay. I think that they got pumped up because all the decentralized storage plays got pumped up because they also offer decentralized storage. But as a DAG, as just like a blockchain, or not blockchain, as a smart contracts play, I think they're okay. I haven't heard as much about them as some of the other projects out there, to be honest. How do you feel about Cosmos? I get worried about their competition, but I can't see how it's not undervalued. I mean, if you think about it, they're very, very similar to Polkadot. You know, Polkadot's about parachains. Cosmos is just about a ecosystem of chains. I don't know if there's like a specific term that they call it, but there's a ton of chains that's already built utilizing the Cosmos SDK. So I think they are undervalued, to be honest. I think where are they? They're 34 under 5 billion, right? They should be up there. They should be higher. Okay, that was loud. I apologize for that. TKO, they got acquired by Binance. Did they? Okay. Toko token. I thought they were an incubator or something. Aren't they just the exchange? Yeah, they're like an exchange in Brazil or somewhere. I don't know where. Tokyo? I guess it would make sense with Tokyo, but it's not. There's a lot of exchanges that's acquired by Binance. They don't do as well as Binance. So, yeah. Doesn't mean much. Eric, appreciate it. No, I have not heard of that ICO. Smart credit. All right, I'm going to end this soon. Someone asked about Cody. There's rumors that will be involved with the Africa Cardano deal tomorrow, so we'll see. Crypto loans with low collateral ratio. Okay, so basically you're getting assigned a credit rating, and you can borrow more with less collateral. I wouldn't trust that with crypto. With like a mortgage or something, maybe, but with crypto, I think sticking with collateralized loans is the best. You don't care about someone's background, right? It's completely fair. However much you deposit is how much you could borrow. It's that simple. When you go down the path with retail investors, at least with these uncollateralized loans, I don't think that's a good idea. And you know what they're gonna do with it, right? They're borrowing to buy more crypto. It causes a cascading system that could be very bad if things start going down. Why Tesla stock down on best results ever? Yeah, Tesla stock has been hammered by Wall Street. You know, Wall Street does not want Bitcoin to eat their lunch right now. So every company that's involved with Bitcoin is not doing well with stocks. So what's another way to get money into PancakeSwap other than Binance? They have improved and it's fine. You can use it in Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet has a PancakeSwap app in there. So as long as you have crypto in Trust Wallet, you could use PancakeSwap. At least like BNB and stuff. So, all right, guys, that is it. Overall, you know what? Last chance for Bitcoin to rally. We're sitting pretty right around 55,000. Obviously, we have come up. We have not gone back up 60,000 yet, but we still have some time this week. You know, options and futures expiration, of course, is on people's minds, but this could be one of those weeks where we actually end upwards, not downwards, especially since April traditionally has been very good for Bitcoin. But not this year, but we still have some time, and we'll see. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, altcoins are still doing very, very, very well. So pay attention. Dollar cost average, buy the dips and hodl. That is the name. That is the name of the game, or that is the strategy, the ultimate strategy to win at crypto. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll have another fantastic video for you guys. All right, take care. Bye-bye.